Open your eyes, what can you see around? Wind of the open sky, over the siren sound. This is a dream, getting the royal scar, holding a diamond blade, throwing it far. Holding your breath still, you jump the fire. We'll just sit and wait till you see me fly. You know they'll never catch me for it. See me fly, the way I put my finger on it. See me fly, you got it, then try to tell me you got the wrong guy. See me fly, you know they'll never catch me for it. See me fly, the way I put my finger on it. See me fly, you got it, then try to tell me you got the wrong guy.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here live with you. I feel like it's been a little while. I've been away. There's been so much happening. I had another amazing traveling experience, and there was just so much kind of goodness that happened and integrating. So I have been doing some things on the back end, but I'm feeling so much in the air right now. There's been a lot of really interesting things coming through with clients and sessions, and also just with all of the energy around the new moon and the eclipse. It is wild right now. So I wanted to come and share some of the things that are coming through with you. And I want to start by talking to you about belonging. And from, the beginning of even the therapy practice that I've run, this desire to belong, this desire to fit in is such a huge thing that is a driver in so many of us. And the desire to belong and the desire to kind of seek truth have been coming up a lot lately in clients and conversations that I've been having in sessions. And what I really want to share as I think a unique perspective that I see in this is that we often feel that way when something is missing in ourselves. And I feel like this can sound really cliche, like something like the thing that you're looking for is within you. But very often, profound wisdom is hiding in plain sight. And we've actually heard it so often that we've become desensitized to what it really means. And so, what I kind of want to draw your attention to is this awareness that our ability to see clearly and to experience, you could say, many people will say what they want. And so our ability to experience what we want to experience is very much influenced by the degree to which we are in wholeness, that we are in integration, and the degree to which we are kind of allowing that to flow through us. And what I see a lot of the time is that we get into this energy of like, I want this thing, or I want this feeling, or I want to belong. And we're looking for it in this sort of outside of ourselves place. And we get into this pattern that I see all the time, which is, well, give me the thing, and then I'll be whole, and then I can, be more energetically attractive, which of course the opposite of that is become whole, and then you'll attract the things into your life. I think that we all know this on a basic level, but the question is, what's the mirror that it's holding up for you, that you, whatever the thing is that you're looking for. So let's say that you feel that you don't belong. Where do you not belong with yourself? Where are you rejecting a part of yourself? And you can go into the very thing that it is. Maybe you feel, this came up with someone the other day, they felt really triggered around pretty girls, like really, really pretty women. And I asked her, where, tell me about your teenage self. And the first thing she said was she wasn't pretty. And she went into some pretty harsh, judgmental comments about this younger self. And I said, the reason that you're still having this come up with other people is because this piece isn't integrated in you. You're essentially still judging and rejecting this part of yourself. And that's why you feel a charge come up. That's why all of these things aren't kind of flowing the way that you want them to. So, the mirror effect, I feel like, is something I talk about all the time, but lately I've been playing with this even more. And I just invite you to play with that mirror, to play with. The other day I was being in my mind, I was experiencing someone being critical of me and I was feeling really critical of them, and I suddenly realized that it's actually all me. I'm the mirror. I've actually dropped into this lower frequency where I'm feeling critical and I'm projecting my criticisms onto the other person. And then because I'm imagining them being critical of this thing about me, I'm being critical of them. It's like a defense mechanism. And it's so funny. It's like the number of times that this comes up with people where we truly are the mirror and the manifestation of the thing. It's absolutely wild. So I really invite you, next time you're noticing something, next time you're feeling a certain way, whether it's judgment or criticism, or you're bothered by a certain thing, literally look in the proverbial mirror and ask yourself, how is this about me? My friend Natalie loves to say, when you're triggered by someone and you're judging, just write everything that you want to say down. Write it all down and then look in the mirror, because it's you. It's all about you. But what I do find is, as we embrace more parts of our shadow, as we bring more love to the shadow parts of ourselves and we integrate them, the more kind of whole we become, and the more that doesn't happen, we experience less of this fragmented mirror. And I'm hesitant to say that we experience the truth, because we're always experiencing reality through ourselves, but we do experience a higher degree of truth, let's say. I just don't want to be we never want to get too confident. I think this is actually one of the biggest pitfalls, is when we get too confident and we start to feel like, oh, I've healed, or oh, I've conquered that thing. And it's like, yeah, until it comes around again, until you get triggered by this other thing, until the next thing, until Natalie said the other day, new level, new devil. So you never want to become overconfident, because then we create blind spots. And I think blind spots a lot of the times are ways in which we really regress. So I see that there's some people watching live. I invite you to join me on the live. If you just screenshot the QR code, you can register to join live, and I would love to hot seat with you or with anyone. Um, this is kind of a new thing that I'm doing, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm honestly doing kind of a technical test tonight. This is more than anything. I don't even really know what I'm going to talk about. I just wanted to test all of this software and make sure it works perfectly. But I am here and would love to answer questions or do a hot seat with anyone that wants to come up. But I am going to be doing these live sessions a lot. So if you're watching the replay, don't worry. You can just scan that QR code or go to the link in my bio, and you can register for the live sessions, and you'll get a notification when I'm going live, and you can join me. And I'm literally just going to do free hot seat session, Q&A, like whatever. And I think this is going to be something really fun for all of us. So I'm very, very excited to be sharing this. And I'm going to be doing these flash sessions because I love the idea of just kind of being able to go whenever I want. But I'm also going to be doing, I think I'm going to get a regular schedule going, because I think it will help build momentum around this. So What else is coming through? Okay, yeah, there's this thing that I've been feeling in all the energy around the eclipse, and I feel like there's this collapsing of duality right now around the idea of your lower timeline and your higher timeline. And I think this is a concept or an idea sometimes that can hold people in opposition and fragmentation from their selves. So sometimes there's this feeling of, there's like this lower path for my life. If I make the wrong choices, if I don't become the best version of myself, then I'm kind of like tracked into this plan B. Whereas if I, make the right choices and I live really high vibe and I really get into it, then I'm on on this kind of higher timeline. And this idea of these two timelines, I feel like, can hold us in resistance, because when things come into our experience, we start to feel like we're not on the timeline or the wavelength that we want to be on. And so, what I really invite you into is this energy of collapsing those binaries and instead having this awareness that a lot of the stuff that makes you feel like you're on a lower timeline is actually teaching you, bringing either the lessons from life that are the lessons that you need to um, learn to walk that greater path, or they are showing you shadow aspects of yourself that you need to bring love to and bring integration and healing to into wholeness. So again, you can become that match for yourself, the version of yourself that's a match for that higher timeline. And what you start to realize when you see this is that this idea of these two, like higher and lower, starts to melt away. And it actually is all happening for you and is all this invitation to bring you into oneness. And the question isn't like, am I rising or am I not? It's, am I integrating everything that's becoming available to me into the state of wholeness so that I can not even like get there more quickly, but kind of like collapse time around becoming the match now, becoming the match now. I think a lot of times in life, we have these cycles and we either repeat them or we either repeat them or we learn the lesson and then we move on to the next level. And a lot of the times we get stuck in repeating the same cycles, repeating the same patterns. So, can we get better? The question is, can you get better at recognizing these? Taking the lesson, taking the up level, moving into expansion, and not just getting stuck in the same loop. I see this all the time. We ask for something and then the universe tests us and we either pass or fail the test. And the better you get at sort of seeing this, the more quickly you can integrate the qualities that you need to pass the tests. And then you get to hold the thing that you actually want to have, because a lot of the things that we ask for demand a lot of us in order to hold them. And you can't just, you 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 won't be given something that you don't have the capacity to hold. So unless you can hold the shadow side of the thing that you want, you won't get it. And so a lot of the times when we think things aren't going our way, we're actually just being given the opportunity to cultivate the resource and the skill to hold the wholeness of the thing that we want, the light of it, how we perceive it, and the shadow, because everything comes with those aspects to it. So this, I think, is perfect. I just wanted to jump on here quickly tonight. There is a bunch of cool stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I really invite you to get on the email list for this. You can, again, use the QR code that's like right here, or you can check the link in my bio And I'm really excited to be sharing these hot seat sessions, these live sessions, and there's a bunch of really freaking cool stuff coming. So there'll be lots of announcements. And yes, let me know if you were here, if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you're here live. I didn't see any comments, but I'm not actually sure that the comment thing is working. Let me know if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay down below. And I would love, love, love to hear from you, to see you, to connect with you in one of these kind of upcoming sessions or upcoming days. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. And I am sending you so much love, and bye for now.